everyone, I hope you all are happy and healthy. Today I want to talk about Saturdays. I've watched every episode of season 1 and y'all, this show is awesome. I know I said that I really liked the show during my very quick review after I only watched 3 episodes, but now I absolutely love this show. The humor in this show is actually really funny, the characters are great, and as I mentioned in my last review, the skating performances, having Paris narrate the beginning scenes, and the animated sequences add an extra level of creativity and originality into the show. But I want to dive just a little bit deeper and talk more about specific moments from season 1 that I loved the most, starting with my thoughts on the season 1 finale. So yes, this video will contain spoilers, so don't continue watching this video until you've seen the show. Unless you don't care about the spoilers, which in that case, keep watching. But anyways, the season 1 finale was so good. Paris, Ari, and Simone win the big competition and finally become Goldens. And while I'm not a huge skating fan, it was still so cool to see all the different skating performances for the competition, which were even more awesome than usual. I also loved how Deb and Cal are going to actually have an actual location for their baking business now. I actually didn't see that coming, although it is kind of obvious now that I look back and remember that in previous episodes their business was doing so well that they were running out of space to continue working at home for much longer. But anyways, I'm glad that the two are taking their business to the next level. But I think my favorite thing about the finale was finally seeing London confess his feelings for Madison. I started shipping those two since the episode where that guy Theo came along, and it was so obvious that London was jealous of how much Madison liked him. It's been a long time since I've actually liked a canon ship from Disney Channel this much, and yeah, I'm just really happy the two are finally together in the finale. Also, the way that it happened, the way that London confessed, it was all just so perfect. It was not only my favorite part of the finale, but seeing their relationship develop throughout the episodes was one of my favorite things about the season overall. The only thing I kind of wish the finale would have done is have Roxy and the other girls make up, because we find out in the finale that Rocky is going through a lot because her parents are splitting up, and that actually does explain why Roxy was so upset by Paris and Simone choosing Ari to skate in the competition instead of her. Roxy's world is probably upside down because of her parents divorcing, and skating with Paris and Simone, just like old times, is probably the only thing that would kind of make things a little bit okay, but now she feels like that is being taken away from her too. And here's the thing, I don't think it's right to treat other people poorly because of what you're going through, but I can understand why Roxy felt as hurt as she did. I was hoping that in the finale there would be a moment where Paris, Ari, and Simone could talk with her now that they know what is going on and try to help Roxy through the situation, and then they could all make up, but I guess it probably would have been a little bit too soon for that to happen. So I hope that in season 2 we finally get to see all 4 of them become friends again. And speaking of season 2, this show absolutely deserves another season. Like, first of all, this show is just too hilarious to not get a second season. Just off the top of my head, there are so many moments I can remember making me laugh so hard. Like when Cal tried to act like Deb couldn't grill, and then it turned out that he was the one that couldn't grill all along. And when Cal was about to light the grill and he told London and Derek to stand back, and London was like, yeah, I'm gonna stand way back in the house. I laughed so much at that moment. And then it was so funny when Derek was teasing London about the lingering hug he had with Madison. And also when London was trying to figure out what to do when Miles was cheating on Madison, and Cal, Deb, and Derek just kept telling him about this reality show they were obsessed with and using that as advice. That scene was crazy funny, and that was actually the scene that got me interested in the show in the first place. There was also the situation in the crossover episode with Raven's Home where Booker and Derek were trying to outsing each other. That was absolutely hilarious. And also, Deb's reaction to when Cal bought a really old food truck was priceless and super funny. And I could honestly keep going, but the point is that the comedy is one of the best things about this show. Like, this show will actually make you laugh. Also, all of the characters are awesome. Paris, Ari, and Simone are great characters. Paris is always so determined to achieve big things, and she always gets called out for doing too much, but the fact that she does go a little too far with things sometimes is what makes Paris such a great character. I also like how fun Ari is and how chill and kind-hearted Simone is. They are definitely at their best, though, when they all come together because they have an amazing friendship and they have the most fun and hilarious moments when they are together as a trio. Probably my favorite friendship moment between them was in the episode Chocolate Club, when Paris and Simone reassured Ari that just because they aren't going through going through exactly the same experience at the same time, it doesn't mean that they don't love her. And also, when Simone gave up all of the opportunities she would have had as a brand ambassador to stay loyal to her friends was so sweet. London and Derek are also great characters. Derek especially makes me laugh a lot, and I definitely hope he gets more screen time in season 2. And also, Cal and Deb are great characters too. Seriously, Deb is one of the best Disney Channel moms ever. Like, she's up there with Karen Rooney for me. Like, she's just that iconic. But anyways, all of the characters in this show actually get interesting and funny storylines, like even the parents, right? And so I absolutely appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, that every character gets an interesting storyline, and it's not just like the main characters that get interesting storylines, but also the other characters as well. So yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Also, right quick, I just want to mention that this show has like so many great songs featured in it. Some of the songs aren't exactly my cup of tea because there's like a lot of R&B songs in this show, and I'm personally not a big fan of R&B, but there's just still, like, even the R&B songs I can tell are really good, and there's just so many great songs that are featured in this show. They need to make a soundtrack, like an official soundtrack for it, and like let people listen to it, because yeah, those songs are really good. And the last thing I want to mention is that I just want to talk about like why, especially one of the main reasons why I definitely think that this show should get renewed for a season 2, because I think that Disney needs a show like Saturdays to sort of balance out their live action content, because right now most of the live action shows on Disney Channel are very fantasy or action oriented. Secrets of Sulphur Springs is basically a mystery slash thriller series. Villains of Valley View is starting to become more of an action show now, or at least that's what I would predict will happen from the season 2 trailer, since the season 2 trailers seem to have a lot more action in it than usual. And then the new series that will come out in June, called Pretty Freaking Scary, will be about a girl who died and has to work for the Grim Reaper or something like that. So compared to all these shows, Saturdays is refreshing because it's just a normal comedy about normal characters, a normal group of friends who have fun hanging out together and that are following their passion for skating. And I actually prefer shows like this over these fantasy slash science fiction, mystery, and action type shows. And I think that Disney needs to keep Saturdays for other people who also just want to watch a more lighthearted and normal show. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing how Disney is trying new things and new genres, and they should keep doing that. But there's also nothing wrong with a show that focuses on the comedy, the characters, and the family and friendship moments like Saturdays does. I'm really hoping that Saturdays will get another season. Saturdays has the potential to be their next hit show if they would keep the show going on for a long time. Please, Disney, give Saturdays another season. It absolutely deserves it. So anyways, yes, season 1 of Saturdays was great. My favorite episodes are probably The Chocolate Club, Nightmare on Perry Street, Come Back to Me, Feeling Brand New, Emma Dilemma, and of course I love the season finale titled Going for the Gold. So yeah, let me know what your favorite episodes are, and let me know what you all think of season 1 of Saturdays. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to love yourself and be kind to everyone.